And everybody to Evergreen Speedway
Next week,
for
just an
the
FYI,
IMRC Cup
Charlotte for
Series
Throwback
here. My name is
Weekends.
Jonathan
If you
Fjeld,
haven't
and I'm
seen what the
joined by
throwback
Blake
theme
Warren
for
here.
the weekend is, I can't talk. The theme is essentially run a paint scheme that was used on the year of your birth. Bonus points if it was specifically on the day you were born. Can be any paint scheme from any motorsport series. Doesn't bother me. As long as you're still using the IMRC templates, it's basically free game. Yes, it's next Monday.
He'll be starting in third. Zack Rogers starts in fourth. Joey Murphy making his return in the 41 car will start fifth. Camilo Gonzalez starting in sixth in the 02 car. Robbie Gilman in the number 69 Honda is starting seventh. Dylan Schwarmberg in his return, he is in the number 51 car starting eighth. Cole Baker in the 11 starts ninth. And Nicholas Podemic starts.
We'll go to race in 2 minutes.
Chris Wetz starts in 11th, Tristan Allen in 12th, Natan Amaredo in 13th, a long break for him. Welcome back to you, Natan. Felipe Tracheva starts 14th in the 16 car, Cody Lamas starts 15th in the 48 car, Sean Ryan starts 17th in the 42, Oscar Ramos Jr. starts 17th in the number 5 car. Chris Emery starts 19th in the 52 car, and Jeff Dixon, our season opener winner at Talladega, will start 20th position in the 14 car.
And everybody's having a lot of fun with this little wall hack that we have here. Guys going up in the air. You got Robbie Gilman going up in the air right now. This is one of the quirks of video games as opposed to real life. I just tested it out myself there, but hopefully we do not see any of that tonight because that would be very tragic for the race and the competition. But Dane Stinson, speaking of competition, is outdoing the competition right now. I don't know if that's a legit lap or not, but 20.405, that's a good lap there, Blake.
Yeah, that it is. Definitely. And a solid run by Dane Stinson tonight in happy hour, at least, as he'll be going to race here in just a few minutes.
I think I heard we were waiting on Dylan Schwamberg, if I'm not. Yeah, Dylan Schwamberg is in the race tonight. Good to see him in the race. I've been racing against him since he was... he resembled one of the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks. So that's cool to see him still around there. He's racing the 51 tonight with the Craftsman colors. He rolls off in place around 21.208 back in qualifying there. Blake, I just got to ask you, you've been watching practice here. You've been watching some of the guys out here. Who are some guys that you're really watching for tonight's race?
Well, I got to be honest with you. It's kind of the guys up at the front and kind of the guys who have been consistent throughout the majority of the season. Dane Stinson definitely has a shot to make it 3 wins in a row, definitely. And the dude is definitely considered around one of the better drivers for tire strategy. But I will also say, I got to be honest with you, Zack Rogers and Dylan Schwamberg, I see them as 2 drivers that very much could... really be able to pull it off and do really well tonight. It's going to be definitely a bit of a bump and drive type of race tonight with how small the track is, only 0.65 miles long, but with 140 laps and everything, it's definitely going to be interesting. One other thing to keep in mind is just more so to this, and that is the choose cone. We've seen the choose cone on the speedways and everything like that. We have it on a short track tonight, so definitely keep an eye on which lanes the drivers are going to pick, and hopefully we have a wonderful race here tonight.
Indeed. I think other drivers to look for, you got Shane Sides there starting on the pole. You also got Zack Rogers. You mentioned Zack Rogers. Zack Rogers seems to be a very short-run guy. We saw that at Boston last week. Well, 2 weeks ago, actually. I think he'll be one to watch. It'll be interesting to see how Joey Murphy does. He's got a good starting spot in that awesome-looking Eris and Haas combination scheme there. Look at those 2 Chevrolets out in front. Dunn LaPradd and Shane Sides there. It's going to be fun to watch them and see what they can do here. As now we roll off here.
That it is, and here we go. The pace car is going to dive into the pits here in just mere moments. And... Jonathan, more than anything, thank you very much for coming back into the booth. I really appreciate it. And let's have a wonderful race tonight, shall we?
Let's do this. All right, working off a corner number 4 here. Shane Sides and Dunn LaPradd leading them down very slowly, waiting for the starting flag. And here they come. Shane Sides will lead them down, and the green flag flies. There we go.
Keep in mind, they do have one race restart. If there is an issue, definitely going to be interesting as they exit turn 2. Thankfully, everything seems to be pretty smooth.
Natan and Felipe Teixeira spins as well. Like just a single car incident. Everybody's okay besides Felipe. Tough break there. Wow. They are all wadded up in turn 1 here, but still going. And no caution for that. Felipe Teixeira spun in the back. Natan got very out of control as well. And Shane Sides has claimed the race lead as we got a battle here for 3rd place between the Mustangs. It is Zack Rogers and Dane Stinson there. Rogers with a clear and ball. Joey Murphy. And
3, 4, 5, 6 cars roughly around.
Caution.
Wow, the 5. The 5 of Oscar Ramos Jr. plowed into there. Don't know if that was an actual plow, but he came flying into there. Oh, he was trying to slow it down. Wow. That's a tough break.
Yeah, he was slowing it down, and the back end snapped loose and smashed right into the back of the 41. Definitely going to be some frustrated drivers there.
There it is. That's one of the most helpless feelings you can ever have when you're trying to avoid a wreck like that and you just slide. Yeah,
would you keep an eye on the chat real quick and just let me know if there's anything that came up?
For sure, yeah.
Provided
looks like
it's friendly, family friendly.
Pit road's
looks
open.
Like we got a claim by Robbie Gilman there, and yeah, looking at the incident, it looked as if the 69 was all over the rear bumper of the 41. The 41 got off the gas earlier than the 69. The 69 was right there. Good, very respectful move there of Robbie to claim that one. That took out a lot of cars there very early in the race.
Yeah, there's a plow that needs to be reviewed. So if anyone wants to claim whatever plow that was before I go look at it, I don't want to do it now.
Definitely was about a 6 to 7 car incident, and more than anything, it was just everyone trying to slow up in time, and unfortunately, you know, the good news is this track is not inherently aero-dependent, so it's not the end of the world, but it definitely is going to cause issues in some capacity. Less body armor, so to speak, before the
24 is coming down the check. Still leader.
Brian Blaney would not be very proud of that.
No, he would not.
Yeah, another thing too with Joey Murphy obviously has a lot of damage to the rear end of his car, but one thing too, when you get damage to the rear end of your car, the pit crew saws the rear end off. It makes your car very, very loose because your spoiler is out of the air, and when your spoiler's out of the air, of course, you're looser, and so that's going to be interesting to see how it handles for Joey Murphy. But I don't know if I don't know how much of a future Joey Murphy's going to have in this race. He's still on pit road after a lot of guys have already left, and there he goes. He's actually off pit lane now.
Good to see that at the very least, and really, as the way that I see it, I think Murphy and Gilman were the two worst damaged cars out of that group. So, but Shane is going into the pits. He still is going to be the leader of this race, but he is going to check and see if there's any foul play as to what happened earlier.
Looks like Joey Murphy's going around here. I think that's legal. Pretty sure that's legal.
Potentially legal.
Yeah, it looks like Shane Sides, reviewing the wreck. Interesting that Shane's doing that. Typically, when we have an incident like that where somebody claims the wreck, Shane doesn't have to come down pit road, or you don't have to come down pit road, and so that's interesting to see that Shane's coming down pit road, but good to have a second eye, though.
I think the thing is that there was a plow and there was no claim on it from a secondary incident. So as to ascertaining as to who's at fault, this is something that just needs to happen. So, and I will definitely say that I don't even know who's necessarily at fault. I am wondering if it was the incident with the 5 and the 41. But yeah.
Take pace speed back up to 50. I'll add my lap since I'm in front of you guys.
Yeah, because like we know, that 5 got very loose, ran into the 41 there. That's a tough deal, you know.
The 5 spun avoiding the wreck, so I'll let it go. Just be a bit more careful when wrecks are happening in front of you guys.
It sounds like he's going to let that go.
Yep. That's going to be a drop penalty.
Choose cone at the line.
And here we go, the ever important choose cone. Who's going to pick the outside? Who's going to pick the inside?
Dun dun dun. All right, let's check it out here. Shane Sides goes to the inside. Dunn LaPradd goes inside. Dane Stinson. Camilo is going to move up to the front row here. Same with Cole Baker in row 2. Tristan Allen going to restart in the outside lane in row 3. And then Natan Amito going to restart on the inside. Row 4. Zack Rogers move up to 8th. Then Sean Ryan. Good to see him out. That's a new name there. 9th. And then Dylan Schwamberg in 10th. 11th, Chris Emery. 12th, Chris Wetz. 13th,
at the line.
Nick Bulimic. Then Cody Lamas, Joey Murphy, and Robbie Gilman. And here we come back around as looks like Oscar Ramos Jr. is on pit road coming off, and Felipe Teixeira is still on pit road as we get the green flag.
Yep, called by the leader right there as they go across the line. 3 Chevy Camaros fighting for the lead. Side by side battle for the lead for second place.
Whoa, the 11 got loose. Ooh. Wow, great save there. Oh, they're wrecking back there. The 52 is around along with the 41. That looks like no caution called yet, but there was contact, but the 52 is going to keep on going. We stay green, though. What a mess that was.
Yeah, definitely. The 41 had nowhere to go, unfortunately, and just kind of pushed the 52 until they could stop. So definitely sucks for both drivers right there. That definitely not the best of situation. Oh my goodness, the 7 just big slid right into the corner and managed to keep it straight.
I watched that replay just now of the 11 is sliding off a turn 2. That might go down as one of the best saves we've seen all season, right in front of a good portion of the field on a restart as the 0-2 hits the wall there. He's going to drop back. Camilo Gonzalez.
Be careful going into the front stretch. Hopefully no one plows into the back of him.
Yeah, he dropped from 4th to 10th now for Camilo Gonzalez. Tough break there as here comes Dunn LaPradd. He's going to look to try to make a move for the lead.
And a big move right there as Natan Amito is going to dive it down into the bottom of turns 3 and 4. He's going to pass up the 7 of Dane Stinson, and he's going to take away 3rd with potentially more positions lost by the 7. As the 16 comes out of the pits, 51 is diving it to the inside, or at least was setting up to do so. And
it's a 7. Yeah, it looked like the 7 was chasing it up the hill, but sometimes you do that when you're on the outside and you don't want to lose spots. You chase it up the hill a little bit, let the guy behind you get that position, then you slide in line. That was a good move there by Dane Stinson. And now look at Robbie Gilman here. He's fighting very aggressively on the inside. Whoa, contact.
A little bit of contact there between the 69 and the 67.
Oh, Camilo goes around.
Oh, dear. Be careful, guys.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but Camilo went around on his own.
Definitely have to say this. That's a really beautiful paint scheme for the 02.
Oh, it is. That was one of the rarest diecast was the 2007 Red Bull cars, especially AJ Allmendinger from that year.
Huh. I never knew that, actually. Just as of NASCAR history, did Red Bull run the whole entire 2007 season?
They did. They attempted it with the 83 and the 84. Vickers in the 83 and AJ in the 84.
Okay. I do sort of remember that because I think NASCAR 09 had the COT and the original car. And maybe that was NASCAR 08, but...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Remember that. NASCAR 08. It was so weird switching between the two, especially since the COT didn't have any distinct manufacturers. They were all the same spec car.
Yeah. But
Range.
definitely up front, the race is stacked up a little bit as really maybe about half or a quarter of a car length separates between the leaders.
You could at some points here, you could barely fit a piece of paper between Shane Sides and Dunn LaPradd, but Dunn LaPradd is he's the type of driver to really conserve at this point in the run. Shane Sides, somewhere in between running hard and conserving. And right now, just logging some laps, getting it down, just trying to really make some ground as somebody spoke the tires there. I think that might have been Chris Emery, the lap car here that they're coming up on. Here comes Dunn LaPradd, though. He's got to run for the lead as they head into turn number 3.
Definitely a dangerous move right there, considering where everyone is.
Oh, Dunn got up the hill, too. He'll use Chris as a pick. Look at that.
He's going to get on the brakes. 52 slides up and hits the outside wall ever so slightly.
That was a respectful move there.
That it was. Definitely one interesting thing about this track. There's an exit gate, so to speak. There's a 36 wobbles around a little bit.
Dunn slides up a little bit. That's going to throw off Shane's sides. He might clear him down here in turn 1. Shane's fighting on the outside, but I think he's going to let this one go. Dunn LaPradd takes the lead.
That he does. Oh, boy. But that opening area there, you run the risk of...
Oh, someone spins. Oscar Ramos Jr. all by himself.
Jeez Louise. Huh. Anyway.
Oh, trouble! Cole Baker ran into the side of Oscar Ramos Jr. Ramos was coming off of the wall, and Cole Baker came along and T-boned him there. Nobody flipped or anything. It looks like moderate damage to both cars, but we're under caution for the second time today. That was down turn number 3.
Oh, boy. The 11 locked up his brakes as hard as he can, but the 5 was just not moving, and I don't know if he didn't know that there was a car coming to that particular lane, or what he was trying to do, but he just kind of stopped.
Yeah, that was
a blast.
Yeah, that was a hard blast there, yeah. You would think, almost at that point, you just got to watch your F2 and really be cognizant of that.
Hero's open. Still waiting for a claim.
And it looks like, Oscar Ramos Jr. is going to claim that incident.
What's weird to me is the 5 had more than enough time to just drive it, but he stopped. I don't know why he stopped on the inside line. I think he had just enough time to be able to skirt across the track and get down to the bottom.
Yeah, that was a weird incident because I'm looking at it now, and typically when you get in that situation, you come off the wall, you floor it, you get to the inside as soon as you can before anybody else comes, but he stopped midway through maybe to try to... Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird incident there.
I mean, obviously, it would have sucked having to drive through the pits, and the 25 is going to leave with the lead.
Indeed. Looks like Shane Sides lost some positions there, too. Going to fall all the way back to 6th place here.
Definitely have to say this, the spectator cam, really, really good on this track.
Oh, yeah. I just realized that. It's like I'm at the track.
Yep.
Choose going at the line, we're all present.
And just to give an update, too, Oscar Ramos Jr. has retired from the race, and Felipe Teixeira has also retired from the race, so we are down to 16 cars from the original 18 that started this 140-lap event.
And here we go as the choose cone comes into effect. Now, if you hit that cone, you do get a penalty. You have to drop to the back of the pack. But luckily, I think as this new rule has kind of come into play, not as many people, I don't think many people have actually hit that cone.
Got to mention they also play the Price is Right loser music, too. All right.
Clear except for leader, please.
After the choose cone, it looks like we got Dunn LaPradd, Dylan Schwamberg, Natan Amaedo. I'm still learning his name, even though I've raced against him for so long. Shane Sides, Chris Wetz, Zack Rogers. Flip those two, actually. Dane Stinson, Cody Lamas. Top 8 there. Here we go. For the green flag at the line. Dunn LaPradd calls it, and he calls a good one. He's going to clear Dylan Schwamberg into turn number 1.
Yeah, definitely scuttles off into turns 1 and 2, getting a bit of a distance between the... Oh, boy, I almost thought the 24 was going to eat the wall.
Every time you go by that corner in turn 2, it looks like somebody's going to eat the wall.
Oh, the 51 hits the outside wall with minor
good
contact
save.
by the 36.
Wow, the 24 had to back up a whole bunch. He hit the wall. Chris Wetz also hits the wall. He's able to hang on to it. A lot of good driving there by these guys. It is so tricky on cold tires like this because you go into that corner and your car does not want to stick, but you've got 15 different Hornets Bearing down, there goes Cole Baker. Oh, he's not going to save it this time. He goes around.
Caution.
I do wish to apologize. I think I had a
11's claiming.
slip. I think at earlier point in the broadcast,
Close pits.
I accidentally referred to Chris Emery as Chris Wetz in the 52. Yellow cars and the both name of Chris tripped me up a little bit.
No problem. They look very similar. I don't blame you. Yeah, we were talking about the cold tires. Chris, or I should say, Cole Baker was just trying to carry a lot of speed going into turn one. Those cold tires just did not stick. He got loose. Chris Wetz got into the wall. They both spun. Racing incident there, but Cole Baker did apologize to Chris Wetz for what happened, though. Very respectful move.
I think he just gunned it just a tiny, and I mean just a tiny bit too much in the corner, and I think that's a very reasonable incident, all things considered. Good that there's no bad blood there. As Sean Ryan and a few cars, I think, are going to stay out. Yep.
Abu Lemick comes in, Cody Lamas, Camilo Gonzalez, Joey Murphy, who is somehow still in this race, Robbie Gilman, Cole Baker, and Chris Wetz. No surprise they're on pit road. Chris Emery also pits, it looks like. Chris Emery might actually gain some spots here.
Fingers crossed to him.
And no lucky dog on this caution either, because we have everybody on the lead lap here.
And I don't know if we're going to get the choose cone this moment.
Doesn't look like it.
Ooh.
Oh, big stack up there.
We weren't choosing.
Nope.
Chris,
it was a practice.
Chris Emery gained 7 spots right there. And let's take a look at our running order now, as we are under caution working lap number 30.
This time.
Dunn LaPradd, Natan, Zack Rogers, Dylan Schwamberg, Shane Sides, Dane Stinson, Tristan Allen, Sean Ryan, Chris Emery, and Nick Bulimic. Let's take a look at the choose cone here. Dunn goes inside, as does Natan. Zack Rogers to the outside. Dylan Schwamberg inside. Dane Sides goes outside. He'll restart on row number 2 on the outside lane. Dane Stinson will restart row number 3 on the outside lane.
Well, I definitely say this as the 51 passed by the camera. It's a short track, but definitely doesn't mean that this race is going to be clean.
Oh, yeah. And this is a really fast configuration of Evergreen, too.
Chat clear, except for leader, please.
Here we go.
Rounding off turn 4, gonna cross the start and finish line, and as they will go green, and the green flag.
Oop, no, don't go. Don't go.
Wow.
Don't know what caused that.
Looks like the 48 and the 71 might have some issues in the back here. 02, I think. Well, I also saw his number being called out in chat. It looks like everything's sorted out, though.
Hopefully this time is.
Boy, what a dicey moment there, Blake.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, meat on us.
Yeah, that's the moment where you have to jam on the brakes and hope the person behind you jammed on the brakes as well.
Luckily, not too much worry about front bumpers and rear bumpers tonight.
No, at all. Here comes Dunn LaPradd. He'll lead him down. Clean start there. He's getting good restarts, and he'll clear Zack Rogers. Going into turn number 1, let's see what happens. Back in the pack, that seems to be where all the chaos happens and where everything happens here. Here comes Natan now for second. He goes to the inside. Dylan Schwalberg got loose there. He'll drop back. As now, Zack Rogers will give up second. No, he's got to run to the outside. Not seen many people do that tonight. Blake?
No, definitely not. Definitely takes a skilled driver to be able to get onto the outside lane and really be able to run with it. He's fighting really, really hard for that third position. 24 is diving it to the inside. 36 is trying to arc it deeper into the corner, but not going to be able to find the pavement to be able to get it to rotate through the turn.
Not quite, yeah. Zack Rogers, very loose going into turn one there. It almost looks like he's on a dirt track. We've seen several drivers do that tonight. He'll have to fight the car and drop back. He'll go to fifth now. You know, it's going to be interesting to see who all is going to make up spots from who pitted under that caution there. You know, tires mean a lot at a short track like Evergreen. Now, as the top 5 or 6 go single file, Nick Budlimek looking to the outside of Cole Baker. Baker going to clear Budlimek, and Budlimek's going to fall back. Chris Emery's up there. Good run for him. He was 1 lap down at 1 point there. As now the top 5 are really all over each other, but very clean and consistent as they go into turn 1. The best battle is going to be around 11th place here, 13th and 14th actually for Chris Wetz. And look at Cody Lamas here now inside of Joey Murphy. That was close there. Did you see that?
I actually missed it, unfortunately.
Cody Lamas, they got a good run on Joey Murphy. Went to the inside, touched the apron a little bit, slid up, but everything was okay going into turn 1.
I'm going to go ahead and capture that. And, yeah, definitely a dicey move there by the 41 and 48.
Definitely. Shane Sides now is taking second as Natan's starting to slide back. Whoa, contact there.
Boy.
Wow. Yeah, you nailed the reaction on that one. Oh, boy.
Without a doubt. I was working on getting some of the information pulled up real quick. As they continue on, the inside line seems to be the place where all the drivers kind of want to be. The outside line is definitely a little bit slicker, but I guess at this rate, you're going to have to kind of push it if you really want to gain some position. But at the same time, it's also the greatest failure if you don't manage to capitalize on it.
For sure. On the opposite end of the spectrum of gaining positions, Emery's dropped back from 9th to 13th on the restart here. But Dylan Schwamberg looking pretty good here. He's looking all over Shane Sides, as Shane Sides has a little bit of lag. Not too bad, just a little bit to let you know that we're racing online. As we got trouble in the back, Tristan Allen and Robbie Gilman got together.
Caution.
Oh, boy. Oh, dear.
Turn 1.
Almost a pile up right there.
You know, I tell you, turn 1 and Robbie Gilman are worse enemies than Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth were in 2015 in the chase.
Yeah, that very much the case. I think. Oh my goodness, you gotta see. Oh no. Well, both Chris's ended up hitting one another, but you should see the 71 as he drifts his way around the 69, I believe.
You know, this might be a Mandela effect, but I think Chris Wetz, he's actually a very noted drifter. Like, he's good at drifting, and yeah, he showed it off there. Great job getting through, kind of unscathed. He got a little bit of damage, but
yeah,
a lot of leaders.
Definitely to say this, I have no idea if the issue that happened between the 69 and the 80 was intentional. I really don't think it would be this early on. There's been some frustrating times between the two drivers, but I think that maybe there was a hole there and the 69 tried to go for it, and it just was a little bit too early.
It looked like they were going for the same piece of real estate, and there was only one buyer and many sellers there in that case. Very unfortunate that both of them got taken out in that wreck. As Nick Budlimek, he stayed out along with Joey Murphy there. They'll take the top 2 spots unless they pit here. I Can Sus, that's the spoiler sponsor for Shane Sides, and I didn't realize we had one of them among us, but that's a fun little detail there on Shane's side spoiler.
Yeah, definitely indeed. And I know teammate Will Goss definitely had I think he had a spoiler sponsor on a spoiler logo, but I can't remember what it was.
You know, there was a meme I saw that said, you know, you're wasting money. Spending money on sponsoring the spoiler.
I still don't have a claim for the incident.
And then it was a picture of a sports car doing a front flip
are people
with the
agreeing with racing deal or
on the spoiler. And it was so funny.
Apologies, as I was listening in, I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, you're all right. No choose cone there. So it looks like Nick Budlimic and Joey Murphy will have one more opportunity to pit if they want to pit here. 95 to go, looks like.
The big thing is that no one's claimed the accident, so...
Yeah, we may be under caution for a little longer than expected.
24's checking.
Yep, 24 is headed in to check the incident. Oh,
Or third place.
And, that's a dicey deal there for the 69 car because the incident, you could call it on yourself, but that could also be the end of your night, too. So let the admins call it and see it before you end your night. It's a bit of a dicey move, but works out.
Now, something I just wanted to quickly go through is just recognizing our winners from earlier this season. Zack Rogers won both dual races. These were non-points events at Talladega. It gave us a base setup to see what exactly would be going on. Jeff Dixon, the second as rookie, as we mentioned earlier, he won the season opener at Talladega. Jovan Anderson, who is not here tonight, won our race at Michigan. Chris Emery won Auto Club and Las Vegas in a back.
I'm going to merge out of pit lane with you guys here and give myself a lap.
Tyler Allen in a fantastic battle.
That's going to be a strike on the 69. That's strike number 2.
And the 69 is out of tonight's race.
We'll be choose code the line this time.
With his incident. What I was going to say was Tyler Allen winning Kentucky. And then, as mentioned earlier, Dane Stinson with a win at Outward Speedway and Boston.
Interesting winners there throughout the season.
Choose on the line.
And I think we may see a new winner tonight. Obviously right now, the way things are, this is some strategy calls here. And so we'll see what we can do. And we'll see what these drivers do here as they come to the choose zone. And it looks like Nick Budlimic goes to the inside. Joey Murphy's going to go to the outside. And Shane Sides, Dunn LaPradd choose the inside. Zack Rogers. Let's get an official rundown here once everybody checks. So we got Nick Budlimic, Shane Sides, Zack Rogers, Dunn LaPradd, Camilo Gonzalez, good recovery for him, Dane Stinson, Dylan Schwamberg, that makes up row number 4 there. Natan there in 9th in row 5. And then Cole Baker in 10th in row number 5.
And here we go, Budlimic with the lead. It's going to be definitely an interesting restart. I don't know how often he's led a race, but let's see what he can do from the starter.
Old tires here on the front row. Good clean start for both of them there. Murphy, Whoa, Murphy! Oh, wow. Oh, the 71 had nowhere to go, and that is a caution. Yeah, when you get someone out on old tires, a little bit of damage, unfortunately, you gotta consider that's going to happen there. Chris Wetz also had nowhere to go there.
I gotta give credit to Joey though.
Any claims for that?
He drifted it so hard and did his absolute best to avoid hitting anyone.
Indeed.
And then just
same for claim 67.
Tried to gun in a little bit, and man, really tough return for the 41 car of Joey Murphy.
Very tough. And as we were talking there, Nick Budlimic, he called the incident there, so he
road's open this time.
So that's going to be on him. And no long caution here, Blake.
No, indeed. One thing that I can't remember, and I'd have to
Dunn LaPradd
check, is I can't remember if the 67 is now going to be penalized for that, for bringing out a caution so soon after we went to the green flag.
Yeah, I know there's some rules about that. A good rule too, because I personally, in my 11 years of racing on NR, I've been in so many races where the caution will fly right after a restart, and it's cautions, breed cautions, and you never get a single green flag lap in. So that's a good move there. We'll have to check up on that rule.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more set up for the green-white checkers if need be. But I know that there is definitely a risk factor.
That is. And it looks like pit stops are all done here. Joey Murphy comes off pit road. Cody Lamas is going to win the battle off pit road between the 4 or 5 cars that were on pit road there. I think we'll be able to do the choose cone here because the only one that has to catch up is Chris Emery. It looks like he's going. It looks like Chris Wetz. Oh boy, Blake, you're going to be very confused here because Chris Wetz and Chris Emery are right together on the racetrack now.
Yep, definitely going to be a yellow.
Choose cone at the line.
Brain confusion.
Yeah, choose cone at the line here. We'll get a rundown when we see them choose here.
And Dunn LaPradd's going to take the outside as he's going to take away second place.
If there's anybody who can make that work, I think it's done.
Definitely.
So we'll see what we can do here. So we got Shane Sides, Dunn LaPradd, Zack Rogers, Camilo Gonzalez, Natan, Dane Stinson, Dylan Schwamberg, Tristan Allen, Cole Baker, Cody Lamas, Sean Ryan, Joey Murphy, Chris Emery, Chris Wetz, and Nick Budlemick. The top 15. That's a whole field there.
That's the whole field. And here we go as they head off. Turn. Coming to the start and finish line once more. The green flag is going to wave once again.
Oh, big checkup there on the outside lane. Actually, both lanes got checked up. Everybody's going to get away, though.
The 24 slid out a little bit, but geez, oh, Pete's. Oh, the 6 dives down to the inside from the camera angle. I thought he was going to hit him.
That was a close move there. The 25 and 36 looks like they were going to make some contact. Camilo Gonzalez hanging tough on the outside, but he'll fall back just a little bit as Dylan Schwamberg takes advantage, and Zack Rogers very loose as he looks to take the lead on the back straightaway here. They make contact, but everybody's going to save
Caution,
it.
caution.
And caution. What happened back here? Oh, Sean Ryan's in
He
trouble.
had me 6.
6
looking
is
at
going to inherit the
Thank you for claim 41.
Yeah, looking at it here, it looked like turn number 1. Yeah, the 41 turned the 42 there, and we can confirm that because the 41 claimed that incident.
Yeah, definitely a oh boy, a rough night for the 41.
You gotta wait one. If you had a
That is a
strike
rough
before
night.
3 laps were completed, you
We have
gotta
some crazy
you gotta wait 2
drivers out here,
cautions for a
Blake.
lucky dog at least. So so if you get one, so you're now eligible for a lucky dog for the next
Fun
caution.
drivers.
If we get another
That's a
one.
better word.
When if pit lane's open.
It's on open, and who's gonna pit? Not many.
A little bit.
Joey
41's gonna
Murphy.
pit, 42 is gonna pit.
Unsurprising to see those two on pit road, though.
I think the 42 is gonna pit because of getting his tires roughed up a little bit and a little bit of damage, and then the 41 probably as a statement to get to the back.
ULL, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we might be able to get the choose on here. We'll see. It looks like they're rolling through turn 3 and 4, and Joey Murphy and Sean Ryan are still on pit road. Sean Ryan going to roll off now, and Joey Murphy's going to roll off after him. I have to give a shout out to Joey Murphy. He is a fellow Minnesotan, Stillwater. That's a good town there, very scenic town. Shout out to Lift Bridge. That is a brewery out there. They make some really good root beer and, well, just straight up beer.
So, an interesting thing and something I'll have to look into in the future is, so the way that we have our recording and stream set up is we've got the ticker up at the very top, but there's a more detailed listing that we can
Choose cone at the
definitely
line.
set up. As I look at the stats right now, driver with the most laps led is Dunn LaPradd with 26 and sides with 23 in place. Zack Rogers has led 3 laps. Nicholas Bodemic has led 6, and those are our leaders for the night. And then pit stops. The driver with the most pit stops is Chris Wetz with 5. The majority at about 2. The majority about 2 to 3 pit stops.
And the choose cone here, Zack Rogers is going to be on the inside in the lead. And then you got Dunn LaPradd, Shane Sides, Dylan Schwamberg, Natan, Camilo Gonzalez, Dane Stinson, Cole Baker, Tristan Allen, Chris Wetz, Cody Lamas. Looks like Chris Emery's probably going to have to move up to the outside lane here, or he's just going to go inside, it looks like. Sean Ryan, Nick Budlemick, And Joey Murphy's going to be pulling a Kyle Busch here with the way he's going as we come to the front stretch here. Zack Rogers, the control car, he'll give the green flag here. Good restart for Zack Rogers. He'll clear Dunn LaPradd as they go into turn number 1. Dunn's not only going to lose a chance at the lead, but he's going to lose a chance at second. He falls back to third here as everybody evens out. Oh, Dylan Schwamberg drove it hard into turn number 3, as did Camilo Gonzalez. They are all over each other as they work this first lap of green flag racing.
Oh, and a little touch there by the 51 to the 25. Everyone keeps it together, though. Definitely pushed, though. Dunn ahead. He's trying to shoot to the inside. Not yet. Not yet, Dunn.
Not yet. Schwamberg gave a good response there in turn number 3. He's got to run to the outside. You really drive it in there, you get that run off, you can really do something with it. Look at Schwamberg, strong on the outside, but he drifts up the hill a little bit. There are going to be almost 3 wide in turn number 1 here, as now Schwamberg, wow, what a power move. He diamond off at turn number 2. He'll take third place away from Dunn LaPradd. We have a caution.
Len's claiming and parking.
Dane Stinson, oh, the 11 was involved. He will be parking.
Yep, unfortunate night for Cole Baker. Don't know if he jammed up on the brakes a little bit. No, just
oh, that's unfortunate.
I think the 11 kind of got into that excess space out there and just ever so slightly hit the 11. Sorry, hit the 7 and
tell him the dog sent you.
That's a sad wreck to end your night on, because Cole Baker, he just got loose coming off that corner. You do that 1,000 times. Just happened to be a car there. Very unfortunate to see him follow the race.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a frustrating night for that number 11 Monster Arizona T-sponsored car.
We got some split strategy here, Blake.
And what would we have going on right now, my friend?
Looks like we got Dunn LaPradd, Zack Rogers, Camilo Gonzalez, Nick Budlimic, Natan all coming in here. This is going to be interesting because you're going to have Shane Sides, Dylan Schwamberg, and Tristan Allen on new tires. Be interesting to see what happens, or on old tires, I should say, and everybody else will be on new tires. So this will be interesting to see what happens here.
That it is. Side story that I want to tell real quick. I kind of got a laugh realizing now what was going on. The 80 car I initially thought had hood vents on his car, with some of the change in the templates and everything like that. A lot of people, at least while it was still in beta, a lot of people have been trying to get the cars kind of prepped and ready with the existing mod to represent the next gen car. And I thought for some reason the 80 was running a model of that. No, it's just 2 Twix bars snapped in half.
Does it make you feel hungry?
It does, actually. I could really go for a Twix. I'm not really all that hungry for Craftsman, personally speaking.
Bars Incorporated, if you're listening, we will gladly take sponsorship.
And
the choose cone here. Yeah.
Outside, inside, outside, inside.
Sheldon Creed, Shane Side chooses the inside lane there.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed, really thinking about it, dude has had a really good season in the trucks.
Awesome. It's hard to believe he won his first race last season, and he won his first championship last season.
Yeah, that it is. I don't know why, but I forgot that Sheldon Creed won the championship last year.
Yeah. Well, here's a quick rundown. We got Shane Sides, Dylan Schwamberg, Tristan Allen, and Zack Rogers. Chris Emery's up there in 5th. Dunn LaPradd, Cody Lamas, Camilo Gonzalez, Nick Budlimic, Dane Stinson. The top 10. Here we go. It's going to be the green flag from Shane Sides here. Waiting. Green flag. It is Shane Sides. First time we've seen them go side by side in turn number 1, but that's not going to last for long as Shane Sides handily takes the lead coming off of turn number 2.
And definitely these cars are a little bit fidgety. A lot of power in the engines and just a lot of power in the rear tires, but still also very squirrely too when they go through the corners.
Caution.
Oh, we got a caution on the track here. Let's see what happens. Oh, 67 goes around, and we'll back up and see what happened here. Oh, the 67 just got loose, got into the 36, and the 42 also got some damage. And Chris Wetz, he has a magnet on him when it comes to wrecks because he just narrowly avoided that one.
I'll definitely say he's both got a magnet and a repelling magnet connected to his car. He managed to snake his way through that tiny accident there.
Any claim for the wreck?
And thankfully, no damage to the 71 there.
Well, that's cool, but was it your fault?
And the 67 in the chat said, got loose. Well, that's not CC.
First strike. That's strike number 2. Please park.
And Nick Bulimic is out of the race. He was claiming that incident.
And another one bites the dust.
Dum, dum, dum. Yeah. So that's going to leave 13 cars left in the field. We've had 5 guys retire from tonight's races. Pit lane opens, but probably not going to see a lot of takers here. See what happens. Tristan Allen comes in. He was on older tires. That's pretty much going to be it as we hit the cross flags. We're halfway home, as the NR 2003 spotter would like to say.
That he does.
That came off meaner than I intended. I apologize.
If Chris Knight was covering our race right now, he would be tweeting halfway, period. And I want to give a shout out to the NASCAR Media Corps. They are heading to Bristol this weekend for the Bristol Night Race. That's going to be a fun race. Doug Kobe's going to make his NASCAR Camping World Truck Series debut
last season.
Thursday night in the Truck Series.
Choose cone at the line.
That'll be fun to watch. We come down to the choose cone.
Here we go. Choose cone, choose cone.
All right.
Choose cone.
Sheldon Creed will go to the inside, and Eric Jones will go to the outside. I mean, Christopher Bell. I mean, Dylan Schwamberg.
And who would the 6 be? Mark Martin?
Yeah, Mark Martin, and then you got AJ.
Mark Martin, if the Valvoline car was sponsored by Red Bull and had all the colors sucked out of it.
So basically, Mark Martin right now. All right, quick rundown here. Shane Sides, Dylan Schwalberg, Zack Rogers, Camilo Gonzalez, Dunn LaPradd, Chris Wetz, Chris Emery, Natan, Dane Stinson, Joey Murphy, Cody Lamas, Tristan Allen, Sean Ryan. That's the field there. Here comes Shane Sides to bring the field back to the green flag. We're underway. Another good start there by Shane Sides. Dylan Schwalberg's going to lose a lot more than he did on the last start. It's here comes Zack Rogers for the lead.
Trying to fight for the lead at least, and off they go into turn 3 and 4. Right on his nose. 24 is going to slide up a little bit, gives him room. Question is he going to capitalize? No contact between the 24 and the 6. 24's got his back end just safe.
The 6 has got the bit between the teeth here. He's looking on Shane's sides. He's poking his nose to the inside lane.
Caution.
We have a caution on the track. Once again, the 7 is all damaged on the rear end.
41's claiming he's parking.
And 41 claims, and he's going to park. That's the second of the night. Man, we are weeding them out here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And to see so many cars get either parked or just generally torn up, even mere laps after the halfway point. Don't know why I can't speak right now, but definitely ashamed to see that. Rough night for Joey Murphy. Feels bad, man.
Very rough night. And just want to give a rundown so far. So Joey Murphy,
pit road's open.
Nick Bulimic, Cole Baker, Robbie Gilman, and Oscar Ramos Jr. have each parked from tonight's race because of incidences. Now, look at that. Shane Sides and Dylan Schwamberg, 2 of the main contenders, come to pit road.
And we'll definitely have to look at the 7 and see how much repairs his car is going to need. I think that Dane is pretty darn used to a looser race car and so, but hopefully it don't chop off that rear bumper.
Yeah, and sometimes at a track like this, if you are loose, or I should say if you are tight, that can really help your handling conditions. I've had cars before, albeit this was Atlanta where aero matters a lot more, where my car was very tight and then I got some rear end damage. It drove like a dream, drove up right through the field, was able to maneuver lanes and handle better. Should be interesting to see here.
Well, it looks like the damage was actually fairly minor on the 7 as they managed to pop everything back out and
Wow.
definitely got a thick bumper in the back there.
Oh, I like the way you worded that. But anyways, Zack Rogers out in front here. That is a good-looking scheme. I know we were remarking at it a couple weeks ago, but that is a very good-looking scheme there, the Red Bull number 6 car.
Oh, definitely. I never was throwing shade at it. It's a very interesting scheme. We're typically used to seeing, well, like Camilo Gonzalez in the Red, and also a Red Bull sponsored car. We're used to seeing those rich dark blues and those reds and those yellows and very flamboyant. And this is just a very monochromatic scheme, but it works really good. It's, I guess a way to call it is Shadow of the Red Bull.
Shadow of the Red Bull, I like that. Ooh, Dunn LaPradd with a big dive there.
So now we've got an interesting starting to the front. Shadow of the Red Bull and regular Red Bull. The question is, who has more wings?
That's a good one. It's going to be Zack Rogers, Camilo Gonzalez, Dunn LaPradd, Chris Wetz, Chris Emery, the survivor of this race. He's up in 5th place. There was Chris Wetz also is too. Natan, Tristan Allen, Shane Sides, Sean Ryan, Dylan Schwamberg, Cody Lamas, Dane Stinson. That's the top 12. That is the field. As now Zack Rogers brings them down for the green flag. The field takes it. Big run there for Zack Rogers as he leads going into turn number 1.
There they go off into the corner. 25 is going to shoot to the inside of the O2 and side-by-side stretch and battle for 2nd place. Bit of a stack up on the inside line and a couple of cars like Shane Sides trying to capitalize on it, but Zack Rogers just kind of running away at the moment. About a 3-car length, maybe more.
Oh, we got trouble!
Caution now. Caution.
That's going to be a caution here. Let's see what happened. Wow, Shane Sides got turned and hit the wall there. Oh, looking at it here, he was sliding going into turn number 1. And it looked like, Natan just lagged just a little bit, and that sent the 24 round. I don't know if we'll get a claim on that, but that was some very close racing there.
And the 24 almost took out the 48 in the process in the slide. That's it's just unfortunate timing, really. The 24 had it saved. The 36 was trying to avoid, and unfortunately,
the lane's open. I'll call a racing deal. I got to lose 36 level cents at the same time, so kind of a combination of our faults. So racing
Sides calls it a racing deal.
And I'd say that overall, that's a very fair assessment.
Very fair. Also fair is the coverage you get from the RacingExperts.com. Be sure to visit them for NASCAR news and notes.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been actually keeping up with the Facebook posts and everything like that. You guys are definitely on top of it pretty darn well, and I do like the spread of racing coverage that you guys do.
We appreciate that for sure. We're trying to get more things going, especially that Dominic is practically my neighbor now. Okay. We actually were hanging out yesterday up in Santa Fe. We went to this cool interactive art exhibit called Meow Wolf. We got some drinks and tacos at downtown Santa Fe, and so it's cool. It's kind of cool.
I wanted to ask, are you guys doing IndyCar coverage too?
That might be in the works. I can't say too much yet. That might be in the works. We got to get that ironed out.
All right, that's fair. I just kind of remembered that, Alex Palou won yesterday's IndyCar race in a very similar schemed PNC bank machine. Very similar to what teammate Scott Dixon was driving.
Yeah, good win there for Alex Palou. It's been really fun to watch Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward especially battle each other for the IndyCar championship. NASCAR was talking about the youth movement years ago. IndyCar's got its own youth movement going on right now. It's really fun to watch.
I definitely would love to extrapolate on this sometime ahead, whether it be with anything that you're doing on YouTube or any of your content or anything like that. But recently I've taken to reading up on a lot of the events recently on some older drivers and the split and everything like that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on and highlight some books because we're getting ready to go green. But it's definitely an interesting turnaround that IndyCar has had within the last handful of years.
Very interesting. And they've turned it around from the choose cones. Zack Rogers, Camilo Gonzalez, Dunn LaPradd, Chris Wetz, Natan, Dylan Schwamberg, Sean Ryan, Dane Stinson, Chris Emery, Tristan Allen, Cody Lamas, and Shane Sides. The caboose of the field at the front end is Zack Rogers, and he'll lead this train into turn number 1 as the leader by a clear margin.
Definitely, as the field shrinks, that does mean hopefully a lower chance of caution flags. But
we hope.
This night ain't over.
This night is not over whatsoever. You know, like Larry Mack used to say, cautions breed cautions. We've seen that tonight as the 42 got very loose there, out of the groove just a little bit there as the 80 will take. And now we got some racing up front. Look at Camilo Gonzalez getting challenged by Dunn LaPradd there. That is some dicey racing, high speeds around this short track here.
I can't tell if Dunn is actually trying to let up a little bit to cause the 02 to potentially make a mistake, or if Dunn's just got the hot heels with the 36 on his rear bumper.
I think it's a little bit of both. Chris Wetz also got way out of the groove there. He's going to go to the outside. Oh, he hit the wall hard there, but he's going to continue racing Dylan Schwamberg for position as, yeah, you mentioned it, Camilo Gonzalez and Dunn LaPradd are racing hard. You don't want to be doing this too long, though, because you race a guy, you burn up your tires, and then you got the leader all the way out there, and you burn up your tires for almost nothing. So let's see what happens here. Looks like Dunn LaPradd's going to clear Camilo Gonzalez for the second spot. As here comes Natan.
The O2's definitely got some fight back into him as he just now cleared him.
Now that was close there. Natan's going to get a run to the inside. They're all over each other as here comes Dylan Schwamberg too. He's going to cover that spot. O2 is going to try getting down to the inside, and he'll do it. I thought the 71 was going to cover him there. And now 2nd through 6, it looks like, is going to be covered under a blanket here. Whoa, somebody hit the brakes there.
Big smoke show by the 36. I don't know if he was trying to pull some Austin Powers stuff right there, but definitely an interesting move there by the 36 and managed to keep it all together.
Well, he almost shagged that number 25 car, and I don't mean anything behind the scenes. They were very close to each other, bumping and touching and rubbing there, as now the 36 is loose again, and the 51's going to have to check up. O2 looked to cover the spot. Not going to do it. Here comes Dylan Schwamberg now. He'll clear the 36 off at turn number 2, but you know that 36 car is going to come back with a run. He is all over Dylan Schwamberg there, but he'll fall back. Let the tires cool off a little bit. The tires are going to be very mad at that 36. Also, one thing to mention, Dane Stinson, who started shotgun or near shotgun on the field there for that restart, he's made his way up to 7th, and he's racing with these guys now for this battle that we've been covering.
And right now, there's a half a second lead difference between the 6 and the 25. The grand question is with the tight battle between Dunn LaPradd and what was the O2, I just wonder how much the tires ate up. And as I say that, he has now shrunk the lead significantly, chomping at the rear wheels of the 6 car, diving into the corner, and Dylan Schwamberg trying to make the same line even better.
He did, yeah. And I think Schwamberg has the better tires right now. But look at this here. And LaPradd with a big dive to the inside there. Sometimes that works where you can get it to the inside and make it stick, but more often than not, the cars get drift up. Dunn LaPradd really driving it there, but even harder into the corners. Dylan Schwamberg he's looking all over Dunn LaPradd's bumper for 2nd here.
Well, and the big question here is just kind of how much are you willing to push or so? Dunn has luckily managed to run every single race, to my knowledge at least, and he's at the regular season, like excluding winning drivers, he is at the top of the board. So he's definitely been consistent and he's definitely been fast, but you know, I know that Dylan does not want to hit the 25 and cause him to get loose or wreck him or anything like that. But yeah, at the same time, Dylan has not raced many events this season. I think that this may be his 2nd event. So definitely without doubt, he's hunting for the lead. He's hunting to try to win. But, you know, you don't want to wreck anyone in the process.
You don't. And right now, just looking at it, with the way that 51 is running, he probably has the best car right now. If I had to rank it 1 through 3, I would rank Dylan Schwalberg probably the best car right now, then Dunn LaPradd, then Zack Rogers. It just looks like Rogers is hanging on. Looks like he's really burned up his tires, just trying to hang on for everything he got. You can do that here for only so long. And right as I say that, Zack Rogers ran faster than any of them, as here comes Dunn LaPradd now for the lead.
Well, an attempt at it at least, as the 6 did slide out the back end of the car just a little bit. I think his tires are starting to fade away just a little bit, but yeah, at the same time, he's still managing to keep the composure and keep that car from whipping around too hard.
You do, yeah. You have to be very disciplined with the car. You have to love it. You have to be careful with it. You know, Kaylee Arbor once described it as ballroom dancing with a chainsaw. And, oh, we got trouble in the back. 36 goes around. I wonder if that was by himself.
Yes, it was entirely on the 36, just a self-spin. No caution, thankfully.
No caution. This is a great battle for the lead, and they pulled away from Camilo Gonzalez.
Now, the one thing that you said earlier was, if I remember right, you said that the 51 was the fastest. Well, checking the fastest lap of this race, the 51 posted a 21.135, and the 6 on lead on 21.160, with the 36 posting a 21.178. Those are our 3 fastest laps of this entire race, and, well, I don't know what we're about to see here, but it's definitely going to be interesting as we have about 59, 58 laps to go as we come across the line again.
39, I think, actually. Are we running 140 or 150? You know, something like that. Good battle here. Good battle here between Zack Rogers, Dunn LaPradd, and Dylan Schwamberg. You know, I saw Dylan Schwamberg running that outside lane. He, you know, what you can do on a track like this is you can run the outside lane, you can cool your tires a little bit, just because of the added grip that is typically up there trying to make that groove happen. I think Dylan Schwamberg was trying to do that because it does not look like there's a way around right now, and also trying to find a groove too to get by these two, as this is very tight. But Dunn LaPradd is finally going to get a fender in. No. Good run there by Zack Rogers off the corner. As it looks like the 51, he's starting to dime in the corner a little bit. He's going high entering the corner, and then he's pulling down to the inside when he gets to the apex. That's a good move there. Just running the inside lane is not going to get him anywhere by these 25 and the 6, as they are still racing very closely here. The 6 gets a little bit loose just entering the corner, slides the rear tires. You got to be careful doing that because you don't want to burn the rear tires off, as Schwamberg ran wide there. And Camilo Gonzalez, Chris Wetz, Dane Stinson, they're all starting to work into the picture, as Shane Side's also working in too. A little farther back though.
And I did make a error earlier. It is actually 34 laps to go. We are racing to lap 140, not 160.
No worries at all. When you got this fun of racing, it's easy to lose track of laps. I've done that many times while racing.
Yeah, that is very much the case. And all those extra laps, potential green-white checkers, and additional caution laps.
Indeed. Oh, trouble in the back. 7 car. Dane Stinson has spun the 71 around. It looks like that might be a caution. None has been called yet. There was contact. Doesn't look like anybody's going to call it. We stay green for the time being, but that was a very interesting incident. Very close racing between the 7 and the 71 for 5th place.
I'm going to look at it on replay. It appears to me... Oh, wow. Threaded like a needle. The 7 actually never hit the 71. The 71 just looped it.
They were very close. That was very close. We stay green. Camilo Gonzalez is starting to catch up to these guys now. Looks like he's cooled off his tires and is mounting a charge. Look at Schwamberg. He's looking to the inside of the 25. The 25 is looking to the inside of the 6, and he has run off the corner just a little bit. Can't do it quite yet. Got to be so patient.
6, I think, is like burning up his rear tires. Like, in the weirdest way, he's making his rear bumper wider by being more loose. He's blocking up that inside line so you cannot drive your way down there, but that is such a risk too to the tires and just absolutely spinning out the car. 25 is going to dive it down to the inside. 6 is going to run it sliding wide.
Oh, Dunn LaPradd got out of the groove there. Here comes the 51. That's a good opportunity, but here he comes. Oh, Dunn! Whoa, he looked like he was going to block. Now they go up the hill. This is going to be a good opportunity for Schwamberg as the 25 crosses over. Big run there. He'll let the 51 have it, though. That's a smart move. Good battle.
Nobody wants bad blood, but you want a clean race.
That's for sure. Camilo Gonzalez, he hit the grass there exiting turn 2. He's going to fall back some, but actually he's going to stay up there with them.
Didn't kill his speed too much. The 51 just supercharged it down to the corner, almost got into the back of a 6, and now trying the diamonding strategy once again, but I don't know how that's going to work exactly. He's definitely getting a better center of the corner, but I just don't know if that's leaving him up. Well, at least originally was leaving way too much room to the inside for the 25 to bounce.
Indeed, and it looks like Camilo Gonzalez. It looks like Dunn LaPradd has burned up his tires from when he went wide there, because here comes Camilo Gonzalez. Gonzalez looks to have a little better car, but like we've seen with Zack Rogers here, even if you have a better car and better conditions, you gotta make the right move. You can't make the first move that you have an opportunity to go for. As they are racing close here, Dylan Schwamberg still trying that diamonding move. Looked a little bit like it was going to work there. You know, at the very least, it gets you even with the guy in front of you.
Well, and there's something I wanted to briefly talk about. Hey, Jonathan, I got a question for you.
Hey, Blake, what's your question?
Yeah, but how many laps did you run during practice, and how do the tires feel?
I ran one lap, and I got up in the air, and the tires felt awful. But here comes a good run by Dylan Schwamberg. That worked. The outside lane worked there. That's the first time we've seen it all night.
Side by side, battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Dead heat almost. The 51's going to barely clear him. It's getting close.
Almost got him. They make contact, and they're going to save it.
They saved it, though, and that's going to close everything up for the drivers from third on back.
And wow, look at Zack Rogers to the inside here. He's going to run.
Caution.
Oh, we got a caution to the back. Oh, big wreck. Cody Lamas has gone around, and Chris Wetz. That you hate to see that, because they were racing really closely up front. Great battle. And looking at it here, looked like the 80 and the 48 made contact. That is going to end a very good battle that we saw there, Blake.
Well, I mean, it's going to pause it.
Apparently it was warp.
Apparently a warp, so that's probably going to be called a racing deal. A technical issue at least, but I'll definitely say this: I don't think that
pits.
I don't think that the situation is ruined. I think we could definitely see some racing, but racing like that continuing on, especially as we lose laps. We're gonna only have about 20-ish to go, well, under 20 to go probably when we go green once more. So I don't think it's ruined. I think it's just on pause.
One thing I want to take back to, so go lap 116. So Zack Rogers, he's going through turn 1 and 2. He downshifts to third gear like he'd been doing a lot of the race to get that run off the corner. He gets loose. Dylan Schwamberg is able to get grip to the rear tires. He goes to the outside lane, makes the move on Rogers, and that's what ultimately got him in position to take the lead about a lap or two later there. Great move. Great racing by all the guys out there. You do not see that without having some quality talent behind the wheel. Zack Rogers, Dylan Schwarmberg, Dunn LaPradd, and Camilo Gonzalez put on a good show right there.
You know, I am going to be completely honest. I never even caught that. That is fantastic. That's a fantastic idea, Jonathan. Thank you for that insight.
No problem. I've done that many times before on tracks like this, so.
Now, I do kind of wonder, just retroactively speaking, does this mean that everyone has been actually shifting it to third gear, even for just a blip?
I don't know. We'll have to ask the drivers in the post-race show coming up here. Dunn LaPradd is going to get in between these two guys. He's going to stick a little wedge in there. That's going to be fun to watch. You know, Zack Rogers, another thing too, he's very good on the short runs, and he's up in third place there. We'll see what he can do. Of course, you got the choose cone. You got to see what's going to happen there.
80's changing his warp into a claim.
80 has now changed to a claim.
Yes.
Choose cone up the line.
That is his first of the night. So no park. That's good.
No park.
All right, choose going.
The only park we stand for is Steve Park.
And South Park.
Yes. So,
All right.
So right now, just real quick on lap leaders for tonight. Zack Rogers with 50, Dylan Schwarmberg with 4 now, Dunn LaPradd with 26, Shane Sides with 34, and Nicholas Bodemic with.
And a rundown after the choose cone. It's going to be Dylan Schwalberg, Zack Rogers, Dunn LaPradd, Camilo Gonzalez, Shane Sides, Dane Stinson, Chris Emery, Natan, Cody Lamas, Chris Wetz, and Tristan Allen with the EOLL penalty here. No penalty for Schwamberg except for this. On the field, green flag up in the air. Schwamberg going to lead him into turn 1, but a big run there for Zack Rogers. And no. Oh, man.
Definitely a dangerous situation.
That's the one warning for the whole field.
That was very, very close there.
Do a check real quick. Did we get a call for green?
Did not look like we did not get a call for green there.
Okay. That explains it.
Green this time.
All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Schwamberg going to try to impose a penalty on the field with a good run here into turn number 1. Let's see what happens here as they come to the line. Green flag up in the air. Here we go. Schwamberg gets a run to turn number 1. Zack Rogers going to try getting a run off of the high lane here, but he's going to have to contend with Dunn LaPradd as they go side by side up at turn number 2. Dunn with a little bit of lag, but no problem at all. Dylan Schwamberg clear by about 3 car lengths as they work into turn number 3 and off turn 4, 3 wide there. Careful.
Definitely a very heavy situation. Oh, dear.
And there they go.
Boy.
Everybody saves it. Dean Stinson did not wreck.
Well, that was interesting.
How about that? Dane Stinson did a nice drift there, and he's going to keep on going.
Definitely burned up the tires, unfortunately, and that's going to hurt his race. But, I mean, he's got 2 wins. That'll definitely help him ahead.
Well, Dylan Schwalberg just ran a lap that was 1/1000th of a second off of his best lap of the race. He was a 10th faster than Dunn LaPradd, about 2/10 faster than Zack Rogers. Dylan Schwalberg pulling away in that clean air. Let's check the lap times here. Oh, Dunn LaPradd just ran his fastest lap of the race. Dylan Schwalberg did too. He ran 21.025, 21.163 for Dunn LaPradd, and 21.188 for Zack Rogers as he kissed the wall just a little bit. And look at Shane Sides with the recovery here.
Yeah, definitely running back in 4th position. Definitely a solid recovery by the 24 Chevy Accessories car. If we remember a few weeks ago, he smashed it into the outside wall at Kentucky, and unfortunately, finished at the very back of the lead lap pack and lost so many positions.
Fortunately, yes. I tell you what, Dylan Schwamberg is running qualifying laps right now. 21.005 that last lap, and then 21.074. About a half a tenth faster than Dunn there. He's building a good gap. You know, you get out to a good gap like that, then you can just conserve, and if anybody catches you, you make that bumper wide, hold them off. As we have 12 laps to go here, Dylan Schwamberg leads. Let's see the advantage here at the line. Yep, faster again by about 0.05 of a second, but Zack Rogers ran his fastest lap of the race, about 0.04 faster than Dunn LaPradd there. In layman's terms, that means Zack Rogers is faster than Dunn LaPradd, but Dylan Schwamberg's faster than both of them.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that the fresh tires, especially this late in the run, is definitely going to help. Now, the big question is, well, regrettably, are we going to have a caution?
I don't know. But Shane Sides, I tell you what, he's coming to life now. He just ran the fastest lap of the whole race, 21.001. That is the fastest lap of anybody so far here.
Yep, definitely.
He's in for it.
Definitely, and I looked at Schwamberg's lap time. It dropped down to a 21.005, and I'm just shocked that Shane managed to find 0.04 of a second and click that faster lap off.
Indeed, looked like a little faster there for Dunn LaPradd, about a 10th faster. Zack Rogers was also about 10th faster. Wearing it out right here. Dunn was faster that lap again. But I think, you know, you look at this point, 9 laps to go. I think Dylan Schwamberg's really teasing the gap right now. Just saving a little bit in case Dunn gets close enough. Let Dunn run his stuff up.
Well, and I think there's another piece to this, too. Obviously, you need to be fast, but more than anything, is consistency. Consistency gets you closer to the leader. And if you're running a more consistent lap time...
Wow, what a save there by Chris Wetz further back in the pack, exiting turn 2. He drifted it in the grass. He saved it. He keeps on going. No problem, but he's got to lose spots.
Yeah, definitely. Dude did not wreck a thing.
Did not at all. Yeah, Dunn LaPradd about 400ths faster than Schwamberg there. Looks like he's cut down the gap a little bit, very noticeably. Let's check the times here. 21:182. Oh, Dunn LaPradd just ran a sub 21-second lap time. Here he comes. He was 2/10 faster the last lap. And Dunn is coming here. It's not even, we don't even have to measure it in tenths. You can see the battle right here. It is very close for the lead as they come to 5 laps to go.
And we're definitely closing in. He's cutting in about half the distance each and every lap, more or less, and really closing in on that 51. I really am going to be surprised if he does not find his way to his rear bumper by 2 laps to go.
Dunn was about a 10th faster that last lap here. Let's see here. Oh, a little. We don't even need to measure the lap times here. It's all about what moves Dunn can make here. You know, we've seen Schwamberg do that diamond effect. He's not really doing as much. Dunn's kind of taking over that role for him. We'll see what happens here as they come to 3 laps to go. Dunn is just all over him, probably trying to eye up where he has weaknesses, where he has strength, and is trying to pinpoint where he can make a move here in these last 3 laps.
Point 22, this time point 19, off in turn 3 and 4. Wonder how much point this is going to be.
That was a good move there by Dunn LaPradd to go the outside, and then diamond it here. 2 to go. Dunn just a little bit faster than Schwamberg again. All this is going to come down to the final lap here.
Here we go. 0.13 separates the 51 and 25. Now, how's the 25 going to get around the 51? Does he go around him or does he go through him? Here we go. The white flag is going to fly for Dylan Schwarmberg.
Leader's on the white flag.
And Schwamberg ran a little faster here. Let's see what Dunn can do. He's running that diamond effect. Slides the rear tires a little bit off of turn 2. Here they come down the back straightaway. Dunn's going to go the outside. He's going to do the diamond effect again. Can he get to the back bumper of Schwamberg? He gets a run, but not enough. Dylan Schwamberg wins the IMRC Cup Series race at Evergreen.
Please, till everyone has crossed so I can get the export.
What?
Good race. That was a really good race.
Great race. You said it.
I definitely will say this. I don't know that Dylan felt like he was going to be able to go in and win this thing. He definitely showed that he still has a lot of that fire left.
He does. That's fun to see. Dylan has really matured as a driver ever since he started racing. Good to see that he's doing well. He's doing some burnouts here. Dane Stinson going to make himself the de facto winner there. That was a lot of fun to watch there. That was some great racing.
Yep, definitely. The 51 putting on an absolute smoke show tonight. And of our leaders, in terms of a higher grouping of finishing, Dylan led 24 laps tonight. The smallest difference between our biggest top 4 leaders.
Yeah, and he did a good job of holding off Dunn LaPradd there. Dunn LaPradd did some masterclass driving, but, you know, Dylan did some PhD class driving there to match him. That was a lot of fun to watch there.
That it was definitely a amazing finish right there, and exciting racing all across the board.
Very exciting. Well, while we had the chance here, let's take a look at our top 10 running order after that race there. That was a lot of fun to watch here. First of all, I want to thank Blake for having me on tonight, and congratulate Dylan as well. Good stuff all around.
Good stuff all around indeed. If I may I go ahead and run through the finishing lineup?
Have the honors.
All right, so our winner tonight, Dylan Schwarmberg with Dunn LaPradd in second, Zack Rogers in third, Shane Sides fourth. Good recovery by him. 5th place, Camilo Gonzalez in the Red Bull 02. 6th place, Natan Amawedo. 7th place, Chris Emery. 7th place, Chris Wetz as he slides across the field. Cody Lamas in 8th? No, 10th?
Looks like, Chris Wetz in 8th. 9th place of Cody Lamas, and then 10th place is going to be Tristan Allen, it looks like.
That's what it looks like to me. Yes, my screen hadn't gone forward. 11th, Dane Stinson. 12th, John Ryan. 13th, Joey Murphy. Nicholas Bodemic. 14th, 15th, Cole Baker. 16th, Robbie Gilman. 17th, Oscar Ramos Jr. And 8th, Felipe Teixeira. Well,
Tough break for Felipe Teixeira. Out early, just didn't really have a chance. He probably would have been up there with Schwamberg and Zack Rogers and Dunn LaPradd and whatnot. Tough break for him.
Yeah, that is very much the case. Jonathan, would you do me the honors and get the messages sent to those who need it to get up into the broadcast room?
Let's do this. Yeah, we're going to hear from Dylan Schwamberg. Here we will give him the top secret code. Actually, we're going to hear from Dunn LaPradd real quick here because, we got to hear from the second place guy before we hear from the first place guy. Kind of tease it a little bit here. The driver, the number.
Tease it.
Always got to tease it.
User joined your channel.
And the driver, the number 25, Dunn LaPradd, second place tonight. Had a really good run. Take us through your night.
Second place in qualifying, a second place in the race tonight. That's about where we were, really. I mean, I hated that we did not win the race there because once we got in that short run, especially with 10 to go or so, I feel like I really was able to master the turns and be able to close down on Schwal, but he was just too tough it is too tough to pass at that track. And plus, with Schwal being tough as he is, it's kind of impossible. So, awesome win to him, man. Yeah, I mean, we were definitely fast tonight. I mean, my objective was trying to finish a top 3. I think I really finally been able to dial in the short tracks pretty well because I've been able to qualify and race better, and knowing when to trail break and stuff like that. So, it was kind of we were running the top 5, really top 3 all day too. So we were in a good position there. Luckily nothing bad happened to us, and that's kind of what we need to do. Just stay consistent, stay at it, and hopefully we could get a win before the playoffs.
Well, definitely a very strong night for you. Definitely strong consistency more than anything. Led a race. Led a lot of laps tonight with 26. How do you feel in the following races? You've been very consistent, and you're still on. You still should be at the very top of the board in terms of just overall points. What's your approach for the next handful of races?
Well, I know that in the regular season, if you win the regular season championship, you get some bonus points for the playoffs. So my objective is try to win the regular season championship, but I really want to win so bad because it's been a little bit long. It's kind of long overdue for me to get a win. And this was my closest, probably my best shot since Elwood to be able to win a race. So I feel like that we definitely have the speed. I mean, we've been really fast in qualifying all season long. I think I've only qualified outside the top 5 maybe one time. So, we definitely have the speed, and we definitely showing it against everybody. We just need a bit of a better execution on strategy, better execution on trying to, win races, really try to be better on execute better on strategy, because I think with Schwal pitting, before I did too, really put the nail in a coffin. And once he got around me, it was either, it was going to be tough. So hopefully we can get a win the next couple of races, and but also just be consistent. Don't make stupid mistakes.
Well, kudos to you to drive it so hard and come so close. Definitely maybe a few more laps I think you could have got him, but great job on a second place tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Very good run.
Thank you.
User left your channel.
All right, so our next guy we'll bring up here. Well, let's tease it a little bit more. Let's bring Zack Rogers up here for an interview. He finished In third place, had a really good short run car. And now we wait in a little bit of suspense.
User
As
joined your channel.
Zack Rogers joins us here. Zach, congratulations on the third place finish and a very good run. Take us through what it was like racing out there. Very fun racing, very fun battle that we saw.
Oh, that track's work, man. The track's work. Holy crap. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a bit of a crapshoot, but we got that long run there, and it was a heck of a load of fun. I was just trying to keep fresh tires on it all night, and didn't really think I was going to be contending for the win there, but a welcome surprise. Close on points there for the playoffs, so needed to finish in front of Shane and Tristan there, so that was good. But I had a lot of fun tonight. Hard racing there with Shane and Dunn and Dylan. Dylan's just insane, man. Like, the stuff he does on a short run is just like, I don't know how he does it.
Well, definitely a strong showing by you tonight. 50 laps led out of 100. Definitely running on a strong, consistent streak as of late. What do you see ahead for the final two races of the regular season, and what are your expectations going into the championship rounds?
Where the heck do we even go next week? See, I don't even know. I don't really.
Speedway.
All right. I can't remember the last time I ran Charlotte on an R, so I expect to be okay, but I haven't exactly. The setups for the intermediates this season haven't exactly been up my wheelhouse. I found Vegas to be a little tight. Kentucky, I thought, was abysmally tight, just based off my driving style. I liked Auto Club a lot. What do we have? We have what? 2 races left? 3 races left? 2? I think it's 2.
Season, yeah.
I mean, Daytona, I don't even know, man. Daytona, who knows what'll happen at Daytona, but I should be okay next week. I don't know if I'll have winning pace, but I expect to be contending for a top 5. And then as far as the playoffs go, I expect to do very well at the first race, the Daytona road course. I'll be putting in a lot of track time for that just because I love running road courses, and when you know how to drive them, it's a lot more fun. So I'll be putting in work for that. But the rest of the races, I'm just going to go out and try and be consistent if I make the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs, no big deal. I got my title 2 seasons ago.
Indeed. And it's the Florida Man 107 that will kick off the playoffs. So a very fun race there. You know, the one question I want to ask you is just that green flag run, when you were holding on for dear life, just trying to hold off Dylan, just trying to hold off Dunn. What were some different things that you were just trying to, maybe lengthen out your bench, just, get ahead of them? What just take us through what that was like.
Trying to stay in front of Dylan?
Yeah, in front of Dylan, in front of Dunn on that green flag run that we saw.
I don't know. I just tried to dial into focus there and get in a rhythm, and I felt that, I made a few mistakes here and there while Dunn was behind me, and I'm surprised he didn't jump on him. And then
there's no audio on the stream.
Oh.
There's been no audio, apparently. People in the chat were talking about it.
No.
Anyway, got loose as hell off of turn 2.
Oh.
I will resolve that because I have a solution.
Well, Zack Rogers, yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. We're joined by big winner, Schwamberg. The winner. Blake, you got them techie diffies sorted out?
What?
Got them techie diffies sorted out?
No, I completely forgot that my stream only records one audio, but because I recorded the actual entire session, it's safe. It will be uploaded to YouTube later on.
God bless. All right, let's keep going then. Well, Dylan Schwamberg, our big winner here tonight. Congratulations on the win. Take us through what the night was like.
Yeah, it really it was absolutely insane running that race. The setup was fantastic. Shane killed it, and I just have nothing bad to say about the race. It was amazing racing. Trying to get through everybody was a challenge. This is the first actual race I've done in months. So it's just nice to be able to come back and do what I just did and feel like I didn't lose a single step in anything. So it's really nice. But I'm just glad that everyone was able to keep it clean and off of each other, and we were still all able to have fun and do everything.
Sure. Yeah, and we were watching you there. It looked like you're really working that diamond effect, going to the outside to enter the corner, hitting the apex on the inside. At what point in the race did you kind of figure that out? Was that during practice? Like, how did you kind of figure out running that line?
So about halfway through, it felt better to enter higher and then exit like that. And I just kept doing it, repeating it and repeating it and repeating it until I absolutely nailed it. And I was just basically able to do that every single lap, no matter what the tires were. And that's why you saw me gun away at the start, but at the last restart, and then I lost it because I was literally doing the same exact thing every single lap going into the corner, no matter what the tires were. So I think, yeah, during the race, I figured out that it wasn't as much scrub if you took that line off exit. Because I only hit the wall when the Tom put me there. So I was all cool with running where I was running and doing what I was doing. I was able to run around the outside of people all night. It was nice. I had a lot of confidence tonight.
Sure. Blake?
Well, all I have to simply say is apologies to everyone for the stream. I completely forgot about that. But hey, I learned from my mistakes the last time I tried to do this. It will not be repeated again, so be sure to catch everything after the race. Should be loaded, hopefully here in a couple of hours. But a fantastic night. Dylan, more than anything, it definitely has been a while since you've been in Victory Lane. How special is this to you?
It meant a lot. I mean, my hands were kind of trembling after like 10 minutes after the race ended because I was so nervous. I literally forgot everything that I was learning until I stopped racing again because, I mean, as much races as you see me go out and run well in, I'm still learning how to do this. Like, I'm not perfect at all. I need to learn a lot of things, and I unlearned it by accident tonight, and probably going forward for a bit. And I just kind of did different stuff today. I didn't save tires. I didn't try to hang back. I just ran through the race as it went, and I think that's what got me the win, honestly.
So I do have one final question for you, and that is simply this. Unfortunately, I don't believe you're going to be able to make the start count and everything like that based off of IMRC rules of needing, I think, 5 starts or more. But my question to you is simply this: I
think it's actually 6 now, by the way, Blake. Just saying.
6, okay. But you've got to win in the
We
tank.
long gone from that.
When you've got to win now in the tank. My question to you is: do you have any hopes or so that you'll run the last few races of the regular season and maybe show up for a race or two postseason?
I always want to race. I've been wanting to race the whole entire season. I haven't been able to make it out. I've been really busy and doing a lot of other things outside of racing that are a little more important. And whenever I get the chance, like today, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do what I can and I'm going to try the hardest I can. I came into this race wanting a 5th place finish and I came out with a win.
Yeah, I was going to say, you certainly got a lot more than that. So congratulations to you on your win, man. Hopefully get to see you in a few more races before the season's out. And soak it up tonight. We got another 7 days before we have another race.
I hope so. I really hope I can make it in more races. It's really, really, really tearing me apart that I can't make it here all the time. So I really want to.
Gotta show up for the Daytona road course, man.
Oh, I want to so bad. So bad.
Saving it tonight, man, and we'll see you again soon.
All right,
And
see you guys.
one thing before you go, I have to say it's very cool to watch you race, just considering like 8 years ago. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. A little bit of a squeaker, maybe wreck some cars, did whatever, but you've come a long way since then, so it's fun to watch.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot. I can't believe where I started and where I am right now. I never would have thought in a million years when I started doing this that I would even be anywhere close to where I'm at right now. So it's kind of crazy that I'm even still doing this, but I still am. So oh man, thank you guys so much. That was really, really fun. Thank you guys for broadcasting that. It's really cool to be able to go back and watch it. So
Yep, technical
thank you
issues
guys.
aside, it's been a lot of fun doing the recordings and doing the streams. Jonathan, I'll lend a hand to you. What are your final thoughts on tonight's race?
My final thoughts are, let's take a look at the points here, because Dunn LaPradd retains the points lead by 19 points over Chris Wetz, and then Robbie Gilman back in third. He's 39 behind leader Dunn LaPradd. Fourth place here is Cody Lamas. He is 52 back, and then Shane Sides 55 back. Of course, it comes down to wins, and your winners so far this season, Chris Emery, he is locked into the playoffs. Of course, Dean Stinson, Jeff Dixon, Jovan Anderson, Tyler Mallon. Cody Lamas is also, looks like he has a place in the playoffs, so congratulations to him. And yeah, just overall a good night of racing, a lot of fun to watch. Amazing night of racing, really watching Dylan, just watching Dunn, watching Zach, and watching Camilo out there just really battle it out. Fast, short track, a lot of grooves in play. Great race to watch.
More than anything. Yeah, thank you more, especially thank you for being with me as my co-broadcaster tonight, doing everything. Definitely looking forward to the next few races. We will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway with an interesting twist. This is going to be our throwback race, and the theme is a driver that raced the year you were born. So,
User disconnected from your channel.
In 1995, you may be running a Terry Labonte scheme or a Jeff Gordon scheme. Born in the 1980s, maybe you're running a Davey Allison scheme. Born in 2005, maybe you're running as Matt Kenseth. But all the same, it's a scheme from when you were born, so we would definitely, from the year you were born, so we will definitely see some very interesting and beautiful paint schemes next week, hopefully. And then we head on to Daytona, and then we head into the final, I believe, 6 races, and we will have the All-Star race at the end of the season. So, more than anything, thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys again next time.
Good blue.